want you to picture this. We have two boys, boy number 1 and boy number 2. They're playing outside together at recess, but they both want to go get on the swing. So there's only one swing left, so they race to the swing. Keep in mind, boy number 1 comes from a negative environment at home. Boy number 2 comes from a positive environment at home. So they race to the swings, they get there at the exact same time. Now, boy number 1 is taught to handle conflict negatively and with violence. Boy number 2 is taught to handle conflict by sitting down with the other person, discussing it, coming up with a solution, and moving on from there. So clearly both boys come from very different home environments. Whenever they get to the swings, boy number 1 proceeds to push boy number 2 off of the swing and act angrily and just treat him badly, while boy number 2 says, hey, you know what, let's just talk about this. How about we take turns, we can time each other, and that way we'll have equal amount of time to play and we can both have fun together. So, as you can tell, today I will be discussing home environment and how that is a direct reflection of someone later in life, or their communication skills, self-presentation, etc. So, number 1, it is important to keep in mind how you are treated at home. So, number 1 is how you are treated. Now, this can be negative or positive depending on what your home environment consists of. According to the startupladies.org, the attitudes we have towards ourselves and others in general in the world grow out of the way we are treated growing up. So this is a direct correlation to what I'm trying to get across here. How you are treated is a direct reflection of home environment and vice versa. It just reflects each other. It's like looking in a mirror. You look at how you're treated and you see your result. So next we're going to go on to confidence, which is adding to number 1. Something I want to just touch base on really quick. Confidence is a huge key in growing up and how you react in certain situations. So if you're treated badly at home, you're obviously going to have lower confidence, and vice versa if you are treated better. So the second point I'm going to be speaking about is your family communication. As you all know, everyone's family is different. Everyone communicates differently with either positive or negative reinforcement. So according to the springboardcenter.org, the way parents talk to their kids or how siblings talk to each other can impact a child's development from a very young age. So family communication can be also negative or positive depending on what is going on at home and how they react to certain situations and different stuff like that. So next up, we have handling conflict. Now this one's super, super important, and it's a direct tie to my example I was trying to get at in the beginning of the speech. So number 3, handling conflict. Clearly, if at home you are punished harshly, yelled at, looked down upon, whenever there's something not going your way or something that's conflicting in the family, it's going to have a result as a negative experience in your future whenever you handle conflict with the real world and things like that. Other side of the coin, we have the positive side. So say you, positive environment, so they treat you, like I said earlier in the example, speak with the person you're having miscommunications with, figure out a solution. So the main point of that is a solution is always found in a positive environment. As for a negative environment, it's just violence, usually most of the time. Whether this be verbal, physical, emotional violence, it's unhealthy, and it can definitely result in some issues later in life whenever you're trying to communicate for yourself. And if you're trying to handle conflict in the real world. According to news.arizona.edu, not all conflict is bad, it's how you manage the conflict. So this is very important to think about so it's not miscommunicated. Conflict is not always bad. And that's so important for you to realize. It's really just how you communicate and how you come up with a resolution, things like that. How parents handle this conflict sets the tone for the way a child will feel in future conflicting experiences. So it's just really important to know that it's not conflict itself, it's the way it's handled. So just recapping on what we talked about today, home environment affects your confidence, your communication, and how you handle conflict. All three of these are very important, and it's very important to recognize that all of these stem from home environment. Thank you.